Okay, so this is project number 2 in my Flowering Tulips class kit, and of course you know you can get this class kit as a gift from me, a customer reward, by making a qualifying purchase using my current host code, and you can always find my current host code on my website www.carolbcrafts.com. Okay, so let's get started. This card, we're going to use a couple of dies. We're going to use this long flower die, which is fun. It's so fun. And we're going to use this little guy here, which might seem kind of strange. Just a little accent die, really, I think is all that it's meant to do. Everything else is cut and pre-cut for you. Okay, so and then just thinking of you is what we're going to use, and then on the inside, no one deserves a happier birthday than you. You can always switch up your sentiments if you want to make it more to what your needs are at the time. So let's go ahead and let's do our stamping first. So stamping you're going to get from your envelope, inside your envelope of your kit. It's going to be some, this we'll be using later. These are circle dies. These are from the layering circle dies, and I'll show those to you right here. These are the layering circle dies that we sell on Stampin' Up. And so I'm using the second smallest, so that's 1, 2 circle die for the basic white for stamping. And then the background, which is Mango Melody, is also the second scalloped circle die. So pick those up if you don't have them. There, you'll use them a lot. And let's see what else we got. And then we're going to stamp on this piece of 8.5 by 2 inch basic white. We're going to not stamp, but die cut and color. So we'll be die cutting that in a little bit. This is a piece of So Saffron, 4 by 5 1/4, and it's been embossed with the Tasteful Textures embossing folder. But if you have a similar one, you can. And then we're just gonna put this kind of here. So, got a hair there. And then on this piece of 3 3/3 by 5, let's remember this is landscape. No one deserves a happier birthday than you. So stamp, stamp, and that's all the stamping, and then the rest is die cutting. So everything else is going to go to the side for now. And let's go ahead and bring out our stamp apparatus. So I'm going to get a random stamp pad, and I'm going to use Poppy Parade today. Beautiful red bright color. And I'm going to get my 4 by 6 window sheet, which needs to be cleaned, but it's still serviceable. I'm going to get my No One Deserves a Happier Birthday Than You stamp, which is this one. It's very pink because I've been using the red ink on it. Make sure it's not upside down. I do that a lot, don't I? And I'm going to make sure this is nice and in place. It's so, these photopolymer stamps are so sticky. They like to pull this plastic up. So it's important that you make sure it stays in the corner. Now again, this is landscape, so let's do it landscape so we don't have to do it over again like I do sometimes. All right, so here we go. Put those down there, remove the plastic, and ink up our birthday stamp. Now you can always use a different birthday stamp, or if you want to make this a Mother's Day card or thinking of you, any kind of card. You can make it any kind of card you want. And that's actually good enough that I'm just going to leave it just like that. Sometimes I have to do it twice, but not today. Not today, stamps. Okay, so I'm getting my little wipey, my honest wipe. Wipe that off. I'll use that again in a minute. Make sure my fingers are not inky. Set that aside. Wipe off my stamp and my stamparatus, because I get ink everywhere when I ink my stamps. It's just kind of hard not to. Okay, and then the other one we're going to do is Just Thinking of You. So I'm going to grab that stamp. It's right next door. Oh no, it's up here. Just Thinking of You. Oh. See how sticky these guys are? They are sticky, sticky. Plastic again in the corner. This time I'm going to put it here. I know that's going to pull up, so I'm not going to get too precise with it. So I know I'm going to have to. Oh boy, they are really sticky today. Really sticky. Again, our ink, Poppy Parade. Make sure it's still in the corner. I have a piece of scratch paper with a little bit of Stampin' Seal on it to make it stick, so I can slide that under there and line it up. It lines up really nicely, so shouldn't have any problems. The only other thing I'm going to do, because I may have to do this twice, I'm going to tape that down with my removable tape, because you know that's going to pull up, and if I have to do it twice, it's going to pull it out of place, and then I'll get a double image. Gently pull it up, and I might just do that one more time lightly because it is on the front. Ta-da! Okay. Wipe off my stamp. Stamp is done. Remove this. I can reuse this tape because it's removable tape. And wipe off my plastic. I really need to take some alcohol and wipe these off because they still have some red on them from the last class I did. So, all right, that's it for stamping. So we can put this away. Put the inks away. Now we're going to do some die cutting. I'm going to bring this back out. Now this is kind of going to go kind of a 1/2 inch from this edge and a 1/2 inch from the top. If you're wondering where should you place that, and I'm using my removable tape, my Scotch removable tape, so that it doesn't tear my cardstock. And then this one, we're just going to put up here at the top. About, you want it kind of straight, like these two ends should be the same distance from the end here, and about 1/8 inch from the top. The tallest flower, and then I'm going to tape that down as well. So I don't think I can fit this through my mini, so I'll have to bring in the big guy to run through. And we just need to run that through. I'm just going to go ahead and run it all the way through. Now it will flatten some of the embossing, but that's okay because it's still going to have a nice texture to it, and that's really all we want. It's just a bit of a texture. Gently pull away your removable tape. If you pull too fast, it probably would tear, but if you're gentle, it won't tear. Shouldn't tear anyway. So let me clean this off here in my trash. And next we will do our flowers. Let's see if I can get that back through here. And where is my plate? Here it is. All right. Clean this off also in the trash. We are done with our die cutting. Now this one you want to make sure that all the little pieces are out of the flowers. Most of them should come out. And we're just going to cut this here on the ends where it stops. We will trim it some more, but for now that's all we're going to do. Now I colored these with Stampin' blends, but you don't have to use Stampin' blends if you don't have them, or if you have some and you want to substitute other colors, you can do that. Okay, so this is what we're going to do next. We don't need this whole thing. And you have a piece of DSP that is 1 inch by 5 1/4. We want some of the flowers to show, but we don't want all of them because it's too long. It's too long. So what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of figure out here, where you want some of the grass to show. And I guess we'll just go ahead and color them all, and then we'll decide where to cut it. So I made a little list here of what colors I used. So the flowers, there's shapes. They have several that, like that one, and that one are all shaped the same. And the yellow ones are all shaped the same. So that's kind of what I did. I'm going to get my dark Poppy Parade, and I'm going to color this over a piece of plastic because I don't want to mess up what's down below. And I'm going to use my bullet tip. Normally I use my brush tip, but I want to get a nice. So I actually think I did my yellow ones first. So you can see. So let's put Poppy Parade away for just a minute, and we're going to do our dark Daffodil Delight. And that's these guys here, the ones with the circle inside them, like the circle. And you're only going to go to the stem. So you can see I did that one, and I kind of cut off where the next flower is going to start. So do around the sides and inside. So around, make sure you get around the edges and inside the little circles. Here's another one down here. And you can kind of see how I left room for the other flowers. Here's another one over here. And one over here. Now, I may end up cutting some of these off, but for now I'm just going to color them all. That way I have free, I can decide. So I have 5 yellow, that's dark daffodil delight. Then now we can do our poppy parade, and this is dark poppy parade, and it's the one that has kind of, it has like a little hook on the left, and then that some have a hook on the right, like this one. Don't do that one red, just do the ones with the hook kind of on the left. So if you don't have the blends and you don't have poppy parade, just pick a red, a nice bright red. There's another one over here. These are actually kind of fun to color, but like I said, be sure to get the sides. Here's another one, because when it dries, those, if you don't get the sides, it will show. You'll have like a white if you don't get the insides. Here's another one down here. And one more over here. And I will show you up close here in just a second what I have done. Okay, so that is our poppy parade, and I think I will wipe this real quick, get that red off of there. Oh my goodness, guess what? It is alcohol. I'll have to take that off with alcohol because I forgot this. The alcohol ink, it colors your plastic, which is good because if you wanted to use it to color plastic. Okay, so here you go. Here's all the reds, and then the next one is light Cajun Craze. That's this color right here. It's kind of a rusty pink. If you are looking for a substitute, it goes on kind of brown, but it turns more pink. Well, actually, it is kind of a rusty pinky brown. A rusty pinky brown. And be sure to get on the insides and the sides. There's not so many of these, which is kind of good. And one more over here. Okay, that's all for light Cajun Craze. Oh, Thank you, Pat. I appreciate y'all's patience with me. Okay, Now, dark Calypso Coral, which is kind of a pinky color, a dark pinky color, and that is going to be the ones that with the hook on the left. I mean the hook on the right. We did the hook on the left, and I actually think I might have reversed it, but so that one has the hook on the left. On the right. This one has a hook on the right. The my other left. This one has a hook on the right. And if you know what I'm talking about, that hook is the thing up at the top. And all right, this one here, which is kind of I should have done that one in dark purple. The little one with a hook is on the right. On the left is dark pumpkin pie. So this one actually should have been dark pumpkin pie, and that one should have been dark pumpkin pie. Oops. Oopsies. So yeah, this one, and this one should have all been dark pumpkin pie. Sorry guys, I don't know. The bigger ones with the hook on the left are red. The smaller ones with the hook on the left are pumpkin pie. But it's all good, right? Light cherry cobbler. There's going to be these big guys here, the three bigger ones. One, two. Being careful not to let it bleed over to, or should I say blend into the color next to it. And one here. This is a bit tedious for sure, but it's, once this is done, we're pretty much, the card is ready to assemble. And then one more over here. I love this light cherry cobbler, it's so pretty. Okay, those are our colors that we used. Now we want light old olive for the stems. And I go up just a little bit on the flower, so it does look kind of like it does blend a little bit. I think that makes it look like it's connecting to the flower petals. But the blends are perfect for this. They work so well, and then they don't leave streaks. So you don't have to be the perfect colorer. And then for the grass, we're going to use dark old olive. I was going to use Mossy Meadow, but I thought, no, I'm just going to have you guys use old olive so you don't have to buy yet another color. So this is, I'm going to use my brush tip for this, and I'm going to just go across here. Now I don't have to do a lot of it because a lot of it's going to be underneath the DSP. I'm just going to blend that in. All right. So, okay, so now we'll put this away. Like I said, later on I'm going to take ink and a cotton ball and just clean this off because it's ink. They're ink-based markers. So this is going to go here, and we want a little of the green to show. That looks about right. Okay, so when you kind of got an idea where you want it, let's see, what should we do? Let's go ahead and I'm going to tape that down so that it doesn't move, and I'm going to get some glue on this. Such pretty paper too. And this is going to go on the bottom, just like so. Hold it in place till it dries. Just takes a few seconds. Remove that. Now I'm going to take some really sharp scissors. I'm going to go in the back and I'm going to cut off the excess. There we go. Now if you want your flowers to stay down a little bit more, you can sneak some glue behind them. I think I might sneak some glue behind this one and this one here, and maybe this one here. And of course it's going to ooze because I put way too much. But it will dry, and you can take your finger and wipe it away. But it will dry. This one over here, I think I will put a little bit of glue behind that one. There. Have to hold it down though, because it won't until it dries. Now you can come back later and get a clean eraser and erase any glue that might be distracting. Alrighty, let's see. Let's get out our rest of our stuff. So for the front, we have 8.5 by 5.5 basic white, thick basic white for our card base, and it is a horizontal card. So, and then on top of that's going to go a Mango Melody. All right, let's try that again. So we have a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. We're going to put this on front. All right, and so there we go. And it's sticking. Now on the back, you want to put some Stampin' Seal, which I already have, but that's because I goofed up. Now we're going to put our ribbon across here along the top of the DSP so that some of the green shows, but it covers up the DSP. All right, there we go. Now it's going to go on the front. I'm going to put some on this ribbon here. And we have a 1/16 of an inch all around. Now where I'm going to put that bow, I'm going to get a piece of just one glue dot, pick it up, try to keep it flat, and I'll put it underneath here where I think that ribbon's going to land. Bring in your sentiment, put some, well, I'm going to put some glue on there. It's just easier to work with. Center it. There we go. That's gonna, you had an extra one if you didn't need it. That's gonna go there, but before we do that, we have a 4 by 5 1/4 Mango Melody. We're gonna put this on it, on the inside. That's gonna go on the inside of our card, our pretty little springy tulip card. I hope y'all are enjoying this class. I am. I enjoyed it a lot making these. This we're going to put on with some mini dimensionals. These little guys right here on the back. I'm thinking maybe 4 will be enough. My fingers are so sticky from the glue. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And I put this kind of at an angle. I could have put it straight, and you can put it straight if you want. That's what it looks like straight. But I kind of liked it at an angle, like that. And I can see that one of my little squares didn't come out. It's underneath there now. Now to do the ribbon, you're going to find the front, which is, this is the front part of the curve. You're going to pick it up and make 2 loops. Make sure they're even on top of each other, like so. You're going to take this one and fold it, place it over that one flat. And you're going to get like the bunny rabbit. This ear is going to go through the back of the face, just like that, and gently pull. And then before you pull it tight, you can get it to the size you want. I don't remember, I think this was 12 inches of the faux linen ribbon, the real red faux linen ribbon. You can always make it smaller. It's a little bit big on this side. There we go. Now I put these down like this. Get some really sharp scissors and then cut straight up, even with the edge of the bow. usually is a good guide. You find the side that's the flattest, and I think this is the flattest. And I'm going to take 2 Stampin' mini glue dots, place them side by side, 1, 2, and decide exactly where I want that, probably about right here. And then press it down really hard, and then fluff up your those things, your loops. Let me turn that around a little bit. This is kind of there. And the last thing we need to do is our butterflies. We've got some brushed brass butterflies. Okay, so we're going to put they come in large and small. We're going to put a large one there. It looks like we're going to put a large one over here, and we're going to put a small one up here by just thinking of you. And I didn't want it quite there. I want it more like right here. There. Awesome. All right, that's the end of project 2 in the Flowering Tulips class. So I hope you'll take advantage of the kit that's available as a customer reward with a qualifying purchase. And I'll see you for project number 3. And I see that this one here, I could have trimmed this off so it didn't look like it was. I should have done that before I put it on there. There, you can see I'm just trimming off the flower that was kind of half hanging on there. There, that looks better now. It doesn't look like it's a, it looks more intentional. It doesn't look haphazard. All right, so there we go. Our project number 2. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.